So Anthony Bennett is known as possibly the worst number 1 overall pick in NBA history. He was great in college, he was good in high school, and he was expected to be a good NBA player, and obviously that wasn't the case. But we haven't seen Anthony Bennett in the NBA in a while, so the question must be asked, where is he now? So before we talk about what Anthony Bennett's doing right now, let's go back to the start. So obviously born in Canada, we all know that he actually moved to West Virginia to play basketball for Mountain State Academy, but the school closed a year later and he moved to Nevada to play for the basketball prep academy Finley Prep. In the 2012 recruiting class, he was actually the number 1 forward in the nation and the number 7 overall player in the nation, according to the ESPN 100 ranking. He then went to play college for UNLV, where in 35 games, he played a lot at the power forward position and a bit at small forward, and he averaged 16.1 points per game and 8.1 rebounds per game, while only playing like 27 minutes per game. He actually shot 53% from the field and nearly 40% from three-point line, being extremely efficient in college. So obviously people looked at this and expected him to at least score the ball well at the NBA level, because he scored extremely efficiently in college. He showed how versatile he was. He showed he could play multiple positions. He ran the floor, he was athletic for a power forward, and he obviously showed a lot of potential to a lot of NBA scouts. So in the 2013 mock draft, Anthony Bennett was really anywhere between 4 and 10. A lot of people thought that the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to take either Alex Len or Nerlens Noel with the number 1 pick. Victor Oladipo was pretty much a lock to go to Orlando at number 2, as well as Otto Porter going to the Washington Wizards at number 3. A few people thought Bennett might go 3, but nobody expected what happened in that NBA draft. So David Stern said the letter A when calling out the number 1 pick, then paused for a few seconds. I remember looking at Twitter and seeing the amount of tweets that people said, "Oh my god, Alex Len's number 1." Nope, it was one of the biggest shock number 1s of all time, Anthony Bennett. So even on draft night, nobody thought Anthony Bennett was worthy of the number 1 overall pick. And people began to worry about his career when in his very first session of training camp, he asked to be subbed out after 4 minutes because he was exhausted. That would pretty much sum up Anthony Bennett's rookie year. In his rookie year, in 52 games, he averaged only 4.2 points and 3 rebounds per game, shooting less than 36% from the field and 25% from 3. Especially for a post player, that's really bad. On the 24th of January, he scored 15 points and 8 rebounds. It was actually his first double-digit scoring game. Yep, it took till January for the number 1 overall pick to get his first double-digit scoring game. And 2 weeks later, he actually did record his first career double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds. Obviously, people thought maybe he was going to get better, he was just improving. That wasn't really the case. In August that year, he was part of the trade for Kevin Love, and he went to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And in that season, he averaged 5.2 points, 3.8 rebounds per game, and 15.7 minutes per game. He was then waived by the Minnesota Timberwolves at the end of the year. He then signed for the Toronto Raptors, where on December 20th, he actually requested to be sent down to the D-League, becoming the first number 1 overall pick in NBA history to play in the D-League. On March the 1st, 2016, he was waived by the Toronto Raptors, and Bennett's love for the game was actually questioned during his time in Toronto, and the organization became extremely frustrated with him, and that's something you never really want to hear out of any NBA player. But surprisingly, 3 months later, he was signed by the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets last year were, because obviously they went in tank mode, so they didn't have the worst record ever, but I think they were the worst team in NBA history. They had no pick and they were still that bad. But anyway, he did make his debut for the Nets in the 3rd game of the season, and he did score 9 points in 18 minutes, which is not bad. On November the 18th, he scored a season-high 12 points in a loss to the Thunder, and November 27th, he ended up playing for the D-League team. So yeah, he was even on the D-League team for the Brooklyn Nets last year. And on January the 9th, he was actually waived by the Brooklyn Nets. So that's the last we've seen of Anthony Bennett in the NBA. But where is he now? After being waived, he signed for Fenerbahce of the Turkish Basketball Super League. Fenerbahce is one of the best teams in Europe, being led by Bogdan Bogdanovic, who now plays for the Sacramento Kings, who has signed the biggest rookie contract in NBA history. They're led by Bogdan Bogdanovic and Ekpe Udoh, and he actually won a championship. He won a professional championship, so he has one more professional championship than players like Russell Westbrook have. Anytime I talk about a EuroLeague player, somebody always comments something like Anthony Bennett won a championship in EuroLeague. EuroLeague sucks. Well, now I'm going to tell you Anthony Bennett's stats. Anthony Bennett played 10 games for Fenerbahce, averaging 1.2 points per game, and in their entire postseason run only played one game and did not play in the Final Fours. So he averaged 1 point per game in EuroLeague and has since been released from Fenerbahce, and I highly doubt he will get another shot in EuroLeague. So where is Anthony Bennett right now? He's a free agent. And who knows what will happen? Will another NBA team take a shot on him because he was a number 1 overall pick? Will a EuroLeague team take him after he averaged 1.2 points per game last year? I highly doubt it. I have a feeling that Anthony Bennett will play in lower level pro leagues, not EuroLeague level, not NBA level, but obviously since he was a number 1 overall pick, he can still play basketball. He's still a professional standard basketball, and I think that if he wants to, he can have a career in basketball. So anyway, that's the video. A lot of people don't know what Anthony Bennett's done since he left the Brooklyn Nets at the start of this year, and this is a video just to explain what he's done. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.